For me, books are more than just reading and moving on to the next book. I enjoy books that are either courses that I can complete at home, meaning that I can learn about either chakras or do some self growth, doing shadow work, which is not dark work, it's about learning the other side of ourselves and blending and balancing so that we live in harmony. If you've seen my bookcase videos, then you know I read a wide range of subjects. And it always fascinates me how different things connect in with different books, whether those books are fiction or nonfiction. And that's what really keeps me reading and why I've always enjoyed reading. There are lessons to be learned, there's some self growth and different things to think about. The Celestine Prophecy. I enjoyed reading this book because it's a parable, which means it's a story with a lesson. I also enjoyed the experiential guide, which I've worked through once before and I'm restarting. I've also talked about The Listening Path by Julia Cameron, and I've completed her earlier work, The Artist's Way, which is a 12-week program, and I've done that a couple times and it was of great benefit. So I thought this would be a great try. And it's a 6 weeks Artist Way program, so a bit shorter. When I've completed those 6 weeks, I'll be doing a video on what the experience was like for me. Another book that I enjoyed revisiting was Dracula by Bram Stoker. And there's two reasons I enjoy this book. One is the story and Bram Stoker's writing style. And considering this was written in the 1800s, the fact that it's still as popular today as it was back then definitely speaks to the skill of the author. The other reason that I enjoy it has to do with my family background, and my family is from Hungary. Dracula is a very interesting story, not because it's fiction, but because it's based on a real life character known as Vlad Tepes, which led me to the book In Search of Dracula, and this is by Raymond T. McNally and Radu Florescu, A True History of Dracula and Vampire Legends. I'll be doing a more in-depth video about this, and it covers the research that Stoker did, the historical facts that come up within Dracula about what was going on in that time period, the different relations between Hungary and Romania, and it does explain some of the choices that Vlad made during his lifetime. It certainly doesn't justify any of the choices that he made, but it does give us a look at what was going on at that time period and the different events that occurred. Guide to Happiness. And this is by Tara Ward. There are audio meditations that you can do. It's a quick read with some very helpful and useful activities if you're looking at generating more happiness in your life. As I talk about the different art books that I have, so in this case, Drawing Mandalas by Hannah Geddes, I'll share some of the information that the book includes, the layouts of the book. So in this case, someone has made a beautiful mandala using found objects. Well, in this case, she has a pattern library, and the back of the book includes some very handy templates. My How to Sketch Plants book, and my Spirograph set, which as I just pulled that out, would make for some very interesting mandalas as I practice with those. See, things always connect. The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown, a book that I'm planning on revisiting in the next few weeks. And Secrets of the Code by Dan Bernstein. I've had this book for a while, but I've never actually read it. First, I'm going to read the Da Vinci Code and then read the Secrets to find out how those two connect. Hubble, which has a number of beautiful images that were captured by Hubble, as well as information. Dragonology, and I love that it has these 3 gems on it. There's runic writing at the top. The Complete Book of Dragons. The artwork is amazing. And again, there's different information. It's an interesting read. I enjoy books that are presented in many different ways, mostly reference books. In other words, books that I'm not likely to read front to back, that I refer to as I'm pulling information together from all my other reading and research. If any of those sound of interest to you, if you've read some of these authors, let me know in the comments down below.